Hey guys!
Welcome back to the Traveling Swiss. If you are new here, my name is Alexis.
And I'm Louis.
And together we make videos all about traveling through Switzerland. So if that sounds interesting or helpful to you, make sure to click the subscribe button to stick around. So in this video, you saw it in the headlines, we're going to give you the top 10 souvenirs that are an absolute must-buy in Switzerland, but we're also going to give you the ones that maybe are a little bit of a tourist trap and the ones that we think you should stay away from.
So let's get into it.
So the first one on our list of the must-buy when in Switzerland is something that you're likely expecting, but it is for good reason, and that is Swiss chocolate.
Yeah, so Swiss chocolate is, I think, a must at the end of your trip maybe, so you don't have the chocolate that melts in the summer or stuff like this by the last day. For us, there are two different kinds of Swiss chocolates. You have the supermarket brands, kind of the more well-known one, and then you have the very specialized, and both are great for different reasons. On the supermarket ones, the ones that we would recommend is maybe go for Caillé brands. You have Ragusa, also that is an interesting one. You have Ovomaltine, Villars, some that you don't find necessarily in your countries like Lindt or Toblerone.
Even the Migros brand name Frey is really good, but a few tips there. Look for hot chocolate powder. I think that's a really good thing to bring back, especially if you're traveling in the summer and you're afraid that the chocolate bars are gonna melt. You can buy the hot chocolate powder. That's something that travels really well and is excellent.
I recommend Caotina for this, and if you want something a little bit different, the Ovomaltine, but Caotina is the way to go.
And for the specialized brands, I want to prepare you that the price point for these is likely maybe more than what you are expecting. It can be really, really expensive, specialized chocolate, but it's a nice experience and souvenir while you're in Switzerland, and also something you can bring home with you. There are a few that have multiple stores all over Switzerland, so you'll see like Lederock all over Switzerland. Super expensive experience, and it's in a lot of train stations actually. Teuscher is also really expensive. They have really beautiful storefronts during the holidays.
I love Sprüngli actually. This is Lindt and Sprüngli together, but Sprüngli is really the specialized one, and I would recommend this. And in Geneva you have Our also that sells Amande Princess Almonds, that is just amazing in case you are in Geneva.
We did want to give you the two options because if that is a little bit above your budget, or just honestly more than you want to spend on something that doesn't last very long,
go
because
to a
you'll
supermarket.
Eat it really quickly, you can go to different supermarkets in Switzerland. You can go to Migros, Cup, even Denner has lots of chocolate, so check them out. You can get quite a few really good options. So the second thing we recommend, and we're going to stay in Dairyland because we are in Switzerland here. I think you'll see a lot of these are somewhat related indirectly or directly to cows. But it's cheese. So this is not the Swiss cheese that they sell in the US or in different countries, which is sliced really mild cheese. This is all of the amazing cheese that is made in Switzerland. Louis, when I first came the first time, took me to a local cheese shop, and you could try different types of cheeses, different ages of cheeses, and that's something I really encourage you to do, so you can see what your palate is, see what you like, and get some to bring home.
So my favorite, I think, to bring, and just for myself, is Gruyere. Maybe obvious, but it is really just so good. It melts well, it eats well. Otherwise, I encourage you to go to a cheese shop and really go try different ones rather than a supermarket, maybe just to find some cool stuff. And then one last thing that we would recommend really is to bring back a fondue mix. That's something that is cool, and you might find it in your own home country, but the ones that you find here are really great.
So they have the cheese, it's fresh, and they just have their own type of mix, and they sell it, and they have it all over in different supermarkets, even in the summer, whatever time of year you're going. I'll put some photos of what it looks like on the screen.
Travels well also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing to bring home. It's a little difficult to find in your own country, and it's something really good to enjoy. Okay, so the third must-buy souvenir in Switzerland, I think, is the Swiss Army knife. It's classic, it lasts really well, and it's a great gift.
So for me, the brand you have to go for is Victorinox. This is really the best. It doesn't mean that it's the most expensive. You have some pretty cheap options at 20, 30 francs. If you go to a Victorinox store, so you can find them all over, but if you go to a Victorinox store, you can actually even engrave your name or anything on the blade, and this is a fun thing, and this is only like 5-10 francs, so not too much, but a very cool customized souvenir that I like to bring also.
It's something that we've given to friends and family.
Yes.
It's really quick and easy to customize, so we definitely encourage you to do that. It's pretty affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one now is a little bit outside of the normal tourist things or things that you would even associate with Switzerland, and that is the Edelweiss pattern. So this is something I didn't even know existed before I met you.
Yes, no, so that's something that is quite typical. I think the Swiss people don't wear it that much. Maybe the farmers and people more in rural areas do, but we really love to have it still in our closets. I have some actually here. I have one this one was maybe given to you by my grandfather.
Like the classic, the blue is a classic.
I found this one actually in Broken House in Zurich, which was like for 15 or 20 francs. So there are some that are pretty cheap over there. And we have also for our little daughter, not yet, but
I got this one in
that's very much, but
yes, I got this one in Grindelwald, so we're tourists sometimes too.
Yes.
So like Louis said, he got one in a thrift store, so that's always a good place to check them out.
Yeah.
Swiss people don't wear them every day, day to day, but like if it's something like the Swiss National Day or sometimes at soccer games and things like that, you see people wearing these. It's a nice souvenir that's very specific to Switzerland. So it's this pattern. They have it on little girls' clothes, which I think are super cute. Like, look how sweet this is.
I remember actually that in the Swiss National Day in New York, they were like multiple people wearing these shirts. It was fun.
So that blue one, the men's shirt, is the classic one, but they do have different patterns. So this is the classic one. It's something to look out for. They have it.
That's fun.
The textile, they have it in things other than just shirts, but yeah, definitely
warm.
Check it out.
Yeah.
It's cute. So the fifth thing to look out for in Switzerland is also another kind of pattern, textile, if you will, and it's called poya. So you will likely see this all over Switzerland in every tourist shop you get, but it is something really beautiful, unique to Switzerland, and Swiss people love it too. So I'll show you what we're talking about. So this kind of black and white pattern, we have it on a few different things. This is like an oven mitt we have. I also have it on a shower curtain in our guest bathroom. We have it kind of all over, and it's really cute. They have it on postcards, on different things like that.
Yeah, so it's a traditional actually pattern that characterizes usually the des Alpes, which is when the cows go back from the mountains to the plains in the end of the summer. This is something you see in a lot of chalets and a bit everywhere in the mountains, and but also now more in cities. And it's always, I think, beautiful to have.
So it's not something that's like a gimmicky thing just for tourists. Swiss people like it too. So if you see it and you like it, we encourage you to get it. It's really cute. Number 6, and again, this is something that you likely know Switzerland for. You could buy it all over the world, but it's something special to buy in Switzerland, and that is a Swiss watch.
So there are tons of Swiss watch brands, but I wanted to draw your attention to one particular one that you will have seen in a certain way during your trip, which is the Mondaine watch. This clock is all over the Swiss train stations, and it's something pretty cool to have on your wrist, and you have actually price point that is 200, 300 francs, so it's not too expensive, and something that will remind you of Switzerland.
And I think it's something that's really unique and will totally remind you of your trip. Like Louis said, it's on every train station. They also have clocks you can buy to put on your wall.
Hours.
Yes, if you really want to do it. Louis has a Mondaine watch, so you don't need to come to Switzerland and spend all this money on Rolex or things like that. If that's not your thing or you're not interested in it, you certainly can. But there are watches at lower price points, and the Mondaine one is the one we just wanted to point out because it's something unique and likely you've never heard of unless you've traveled to Switzerland.
Otherwise, you have, of course, the Tissot.
There's Swatch, there's Longines, which is the watch that I have, which is also kind of a mid-range price point. If you don't want to buy like a really expensive watch, there's no need to. There's something for everybody at every price point. There are 2 stores that we recommend if you don't really know what you want to buy and just want to try them on.
There's Bücherer and Les Ambassadeurs that were actually pretty nice experiences also when we try to buy watches, and you have a whole range of cheaper ones and more expensive ones, so they'll be able to help you also.
Okay, number 7 is a little bit of a secret gem of Switzerland unless you've traveled here before, and that is Swiss wine. So the surrounding countries of Switzerland, you've likely had their wine, you've likely tried it, so you've likely tried wine from Italy and Germany's Riesling and France, but Switzerland drinks over 90% of the wine they produce, so they keep it here because it's good.
Yes, we don't really share it with anyone. I would say the French region of Switzerland, the Suisse romande, is really good at winemaking. You have 2 canton, or 3 maybe was Geneva, that are making really good wine. You have Geneva, Vaud, and Valais. And I would recommend really trying them on if you can at restaurants rather than taking like an Italian wine or French wine. We are very good at white wine, I would say. You can leave comments also if you disagree, but what I really particularly enjoy in terms of Swiss wines is Petite Arvine. This is amazing. Heida. So these are from the Valais, and it's really it's something really special that you really don't find anywhere else. But yes, really try to have some wine if you drink wine from Switzerland when you are here, and then maybe you'll bring 1 or 2 bottles.
Okay, so this next one is maybe a little bit niche, but it's something that I think kids like, adults like, and it's Caran. It's a company that's based in Geneva, and they have really beautiful and high quality writing instruments along with things for art. So crayons, colored pencils, really great stuff.
Yeah, so Caran is kind of the Swiss staple. Everyone in Switzerland knows it and uses it, from companies to actually schools. I used to use Caran pencils in schools, and I still use them. And you can actually have these kind of very sort of on the cheaper side, or you have also some very nice souvenirs that have some Swiss patterns. For example, we have that beautiful little chalet that has, and we'll show you, that has, some very nice pens. We were talking about the Poya pattern, and so these ones have beautiful patterns on them. So you can find a lot of nice things with Caran.
So this is something that has a really wide range of price points, from really affordable to really unique, beautiful, one-of-a-kind things that are just collectors for yourself also. So it's something fun that can be used for kids or adults. The 9th thing that we recommend that you check out or get in Switzerland is a cowbell.
Yes, so this is again on the theme of the cow, but this is something that is quite nice and unique from Switzerland. You have these beautiful, huge cowbells on the cows, but you have a big range that you can buy. You can buy them actually in souvenir shops for sure, but also even in bigger cup. In Cup City, for example, you have a nice selection that you can see here. And this is just something that will remind you of Switzerland, that you can maybe hang on your Christmas tree or above Champion or whatever. But this is just some nice souvenirs from Switzerland that really feels like Switzerland. So the 10th and last one, again on the cow part, but this is also something very unique from Switzerland, that are these wooden carved cows. It's something that sort of every Swiss kid has, or a lot of Swiss kids have them. It is very specific, and it's only 1 or 2 companies that are doing it, that have been doing it for like ages, for at least 75 or 100 years. These are beautiful little sculptures, so it's a nice toy for a kid, but it's also a collectible for you if you're not a kid. And I always encourage people to get these. This is really unique, and this is really sort of typical from Switzerland, so you don't want to be the tourist that buys the thing that is made in China. This will be made and carved in Switzerland, and I find it pretty cool. Okay
guys, so thank you for watching the top 10 things that we recommend that you buy in Switzerland. Before you exit this video and go, we want to give you really quickly some of the don'ts of what not to get in Switzerland. So we'll go through this pretty fast. The first one is German chocolate. So if you go in a Migros, if you go in a Migros or a Lidl or whatever, you might see German chocolate brands. A quick way to check this out is just turn it over and see where it is made. It will tell you if it is made in Switzerland or in Germany. Especially in some of the souvenir shops, if you see like a big Swiss flag on the chocolate and different patterns and it doesn't have a name brand, sometimes they're made in Germany because it's a little bit cheaper, so don't fall into that trap.
Yes, stick to the brands that we gave you. So the second don't for me is to not buy the fondue set or raclette set in Switzerland. For the raclette set, because usually you have the plugs that are Swiss plugs, so you'll have to have an adapter to make it work. It might not work. It's also very heavy, and you might find them actually pretty easily. For example, especially in the US, at least we could find these things quite easily. For the fondue set, the reason why is also for weight, just for transport, but also you might then buy something that is a little bit on the cheaper side, and these break pretty easily and they are not well made. The cheaper ones, you really should get a well done one, which will be very heavy. So maybe just buy it in your home country.
Okay, so the last one that we recommend you don't get, and listen, for all of these you can get what you want, but this is just our recommendations of what to not get or what to not get tricked by.
How to stay authentic. Kind of.
Yeah, to be authentic. And this is one that my family has asked me about. I see people asking me about in the comments where to buy this a lot, and I just wanted to clear it up. It is cuckoo clocks. Cuckoo clocks are very cute. They're very cool. They are not Swiss. They are from Bavaria.
Germany.
So that is the southern part of Germany. So that is a great souvenir if you are in the Bavarian region or anywhere in Germany. You can buy these, but they are not originally from Switzerland, though you can buy them here. You might think they are Swiss. I see how you can think they are Swiss because Switzerland makes clocks and watches and they look like they're very Swiss, but they are not. Yeah. They are German.
So stick to the Mondaine clock, for example, that will remind you of the Swiss trains. It's also quite tough to carry, I think, and quite expensive, but if you want something really Swiss, maybe don't get that cuckoo clock.
Okay guys, so that is it for our top 10 souvenirs that we recommend you get in Switzerland and the 3 that we recommend that you don't get in Switzerland. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, let us know in the comments. And if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. If there's anything you'd like to see about Switzerland, travel, living, anything like that, let me know in the comments. We always read them. But that is it for us, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.